Victory Night at 8, produced by Harry S. Pepper, the BBC Variety Orchestra conducted by Charles Shattuck.
It's Monday night at 8 o'clock, oh, can't you hear the chimes? They're telling you to take an easy chair. For victory is here within, the lights are off again, and Monday night at 8 is on the air. We send you all our greetings, and now our days are bright. Good news is here for us to celebrate. And meanwhile, here's our show for you, which Harry Pepper hopes to cheer you on this Monday night at 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, no doubt you remember that on Christmas night we started our show with a quartet. They gave an operatic version of Old King Cole, which was unfortunately spoiled by interruptions from Arthur Astley. But to make up for the disappointment last time, we now present the quartet in Tom Tom the Piper's Son and without Arthur Astley.
Little does he know that while he was talking, an ugly knife lay buried in the heart of Mad Kuru. Dickie Murdoch?
Oh, what are you doing here, you silly little man?
Well, where is he?
Where's who?
Tom. You heard what the gentleman said? He said the quartet would appear with Tom Tom the Piper's Son. Où est-il? Où est Thomas, fils de pipe? Dans les jardins avec ma tante? Non. Vive la France.
Don't be upset. Tom Tom the Piper's Son is the title of the work that we're going to perform.
Work? I thought we were going to sing. I'm not going to work. What do you think I came in this business for?
I've often wondered. Anyway, we can't waste time now. Can you sing Handel or Bach?
Well, I can sing Handel, but I don't bark very well, I'm afraid. I'll do my best. Woof, woof. My next, the blue Alsatian shellhound. Woof, woof, woof. My next, a very small dog in America. Woof. No.
Don't be funny.
Who's being funny?
That's a matter of opinion.
Well, anyway, I know who Bach is. He's the man who wrote the fugues.
Do you know what a fugue is?
Is it all right for her to ask me that? My mother always told me not to speak to strange ladies.
Well, perhaps I'd better introduce you. Miss Ethel McLean, Mr. Arthur Astley.
How to do?
How do I do what? Well, there's always somebody who hasn't heard it before.
Anyway, do you know what a fugue is?
Yes, it's what you get in a room full of people with the windows closed. Oh, no, that's a fudge, isn't it?
That'll do. Less flippancy, please.
Flippancy Deutsch?
We're not concerned with fugues, but for your education, I'll tell you what a fugue is. It's a piece of music in which the voices come in one at a time.
And the audience go out two at a time. It even made Sir Adrian bolt for a tram. Clang, 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 Barbarolli. Very fine. I've got a good one about Beecham, too, but I'm not allowed to crack that.
Come on, let's be serious.
Yes, let's be serious. I love being serious. Yes.
Don't tell me George Arliss. Do you like Brahms?
I prefer shrimps.
Well, do you like Verdi?
Oh, yes, I haven't heard of him for some time. Verdi Elzigotto.
Do you like Czerny?
Yes, but was his Czerny really necessary?
Oh. Well, what composers do you like?
Well, I like Wagner, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Rimsky-Korsakov, and Chopin.
Oh, you mean Chopin?
Oh, I've done my Christmas Chopin.
Which of Chopin's compositions do you like best?
Well, I think I liked his Nocturne in the Old Kent Road.
Anyway, for the present, we're doing Tom Tom the Piper's Son. Now, let's look at your copy.
Yeah.
You see that bit there?
Yes.
That's where you have triplets.
Who does?
You do.
That'll be nice for me, won't it?
That's not funny.
It isn't funny. You can have triplets if you like. I'm not going to. You know how neighbors talk.
Oh, quiet, please. Now, here you see there. Now, there the soprano has a run.
I'll give her a rub down when she gets back.
For heaven's sake, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, an oratorio entitled Tom Tom the Piper's Son.
Don't be fried. Don't be fried. Mimi. Tom, 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 Tom. That's 4 toms or 2 tom-toms. Tom, Tom, Tom. That's 3 more toms, 7 toms altogether, or 3 toms and a tom to carry.
You be quiet.
Tom Tom the Piper's Son. Tom the Piper's Son. Stole a pig and away he runs. Stole a pig and away he runs.
A pig, a pig, a pig, a pig.
Don't look at me like that, old man. What do you take me for?
A pig, a pig, a pig, a pig.
A pig, a pig, a piggy wee wee. A pig, a pig, a piggy wee wee.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to sing there.
I wasn't singing.
So what do you call it then?
I've got 2 fingers. I say there.
Well, go and get it out.
It's better now. Well, let's get on with it.
2 minutes interval. Shut up. Wait a minute, we can't have that.
Can't have what?
Well, you heard what she sang, the pig was eat. That won't do, it's not grammar. It's correct to say the pig was eaten, demolished, tucked away, or even scoffed. But not the pig was eat. It offends my sense of idea.
Well, close it then.
Okay.
Just once more, please, miss.
The pig is now groveling.
Here's your lovely ripe tomato. Where on earth have you got to now?
I'm sorry, I got down the wrong street.
Down the street, people down the street. The people beat and Tom was beat and Tom went howling down the street.
She's established a bridgehead.
Well, thank you very much, Arthur and Dickie, for that splendid, colossal, gigantic, magnificent rendering of Tom Tom the Piper's Son.
We've got an encore for Cousin. How does this the wrong day?
Oh, let's get off with it.
Well, no victory party would be complete without some odd odes, so here's Cyril Fletcher.
Odd ode number 1 coming up, pin back your luggles. This is the tale of Fanny Fannet, who had a set of teeth like granite, which used to make her husband weep, because she gnawed 'em horrid in her sleep. Then victory night, very tight on brandy, she dreamed that she was munching candy, and she gnashed her molars with angry clatters, and chewed her old man's ears to tatters. Sorry date. Who woke with agonizing shout, "You ain't half mucking me about. You don't gnaw with better tact, I'll ruin your perishing grindstone act." And when for breath she had to pause, he shoved the poker between her jaws. But Fanny's teeth, on steel played larks, and when she gritted there were sparks. And soon she woke in such a fright to find her breath had caught alight. And every time she gave a hic, around her torso flames would lick. Until she gave a lurid cough and burnt her old man's nightshirt off. Who woke and muttered awful glum, "What are these cinders round me, chum?" But Fanny blubbered might be worse, then sneezed and burnt him in reverse. Now each morn with happy grin, the old man shoves the poker in, and when her breath is flaming red, he makes them tea and toast in bed. Unless she gets a trifle flighty, he wears a long asbestos nightie. It's the end of that one. Now, I must tell you of a small child who was cycling round a block of buildings, and as he came round the first time without his hands on the handlebars, he said to his mother who was standing on the corner, "Look, Mum, no hands." Next time he came cycling round without a hand on the handlebars and without his feet on the pedals, and he said, "Look, Mum, no feet." Next time he came round without either, and he said, "Look, Mum, no teeth." Do explain that to the rest of your row, will you? That's so kind. Odd ode number 2. In bed one morning, Flossie fed, nudged her sleeping mate and said, "Stop that darned alarm clock, Bob, or I'll stuff it down your gaping gob." Then as he yawned, she had a spasm and bunged the clock smack in his facial chasm. "That'll teach you," she did stutter, "to shut your black hole of Calcutta." Bob cried while groping for his togs, "Me gullet's filled with springs and cogs, And every time I scratch me knee, a bell rings in me tum-tum, see? Floss replied without a doubt, the hair spring's hanging from your snout. Bob burbled out in fits of choking, and the big hands in me kidneys poking. The mainspring snapped and made me shiver, and it's wrapped itself around me liver. Flo, alarmed now, cried, darling true, I can see the time duck shining through. The luminous clock faces a shine, you'll be late for work, it's 10 to 9. At breakfast, Bob asked twixt his hicking, how can I stop me inside sticking? Me mates will punch me on the bean instead of the clocking on machine. Flo answered, well, cock, since you ask it, why not let it stay in your old bread basket? And every evening after sup, 'twill be my lot to wind you up. Now he's employed by the BBC, who give him radishes for tea, and instead of the Greenwich pips for tone, he hicks hourly in the microphone. That's the end of that one. And now, as an especial treat, I'm going to sing. Are you ready, Charles? Yes. Don't spare the cadenzas. 1, 2. I'm one of the Fletchers of London, a fact of which I'm very proud. I come by mistakes from a long line of breaks, but there's no need to spell it out loud. Yes, I'm one of the Fletchers from London, and I know what it's like in a blitz. But now the war's done, I mean to have fun and make the victory sign to old Fritz. When I finish this jingle, I'll climb up the walls, a bit pickled with whiskey, to the dome of St. Paul's, and drink gin from a jerry tin hat till it falls. I'm glad I'm a Fletcher of London. Oh, I'm one of a long line of Fletchers, and with William the Conk they fly. We handed out pasties to Harold at Hastings and shot the poor bloke in the eye. In the Wars of the Roses, the Fletchers took sides, with rude rhymes tattooed on the backs of their hides. They pinched and made off with the enemy's bride, so I'm glad I'm a Fletcher from London. Tra-la-la! Tra-la-la! I'm sorry, I should have done that, should I? We'll have to do the bit again. A relation of mine down at Plymouth played bows with the Beau Francis Drake, but he missed the Armada and ran all the harder in spite of the issues at stake. That wasn't too brave for a Fletcher, now was it? He put up for Parliament, lost his deposit, but in spite of the skeleton still in the closet, I'm glad I'm a Fletcher of London. Yes. Just one moment, Mr. Shadwell. 1, 2, this is the last verse. Make the most of it. Laugh your little heads off. Ready? 1, 2. Yes, I'm one of the Fletchers of London, and I know what it's like in a blitz. But now the war's done, I mean to have fun. I'll make victory sign to old Fritz. I finish this jingle, I'll climb up the walls, a bit pickled with whiskey from the dome of St. Paul's. I'll drink gin from a jerry tin hat till it falls. I'll sip champagne, what fun! I'm a son of a gun. I'm glad I'm a Fletcher of London.
Well, in tonight's picture program, we thought our singing commies, otherwise known as the Bachelor Girls, should have a spot all to themselves. So with James Moody himself at the piano, they'll sing Accentuate the Positive.
You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Manda said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. flat jump to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy, chase gloom, have faith, or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Then they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. The fuddy-duddy watchmaker at the jewelry store. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. He got it on the beam steadier than ever before. Look at the old man go. He's 103 and that's no lie. Look at the old man go when he raises that glass up to his eye. Well, I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. The fuddy-duddy watchmaker at the jewelry store. I know how he shook it, but he shook it. I know how he shook it, but he shook it. I know how he shook it, but he shook it. The fuddy-duddy, hilly-hatty, mixy-maxy, hexy-kexy at the jewelry store. I know how he dug it, but he dug it. I know how he dug it, but he dug it. I know how he dug it, but he dug it. The fuddy-duddy, witty-watty, namby-pamby, handy-dandy at the jewelry store. Let me say it again and again. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Rag-a-tooga-toga, the fuddy-duddy watchmaker at the jewelry store.
Jimmy Moody, now I'm sure you would all like to know how much binding in the marsh is behaving on this auspicious occasion. I suggest a visit to that notorious RAF station and take you into the officers' mess where the CO, Richard Murdoch, is entertaining the AOC, Kenneth Hall.
Now, if only we could get 4 across, we could do the whole of this corner.
That's where they fox you, sir. It ends in AT, and it's a 3-letter word meaning animal. I've got it, sir. Stoat.
But that's too many letters, Murdoch.
Oh, I could just about squeeze it in if I write small.
Well, shove it down then.
All right, sir. S-T-O-A-T. That's going to make 5 down a bit tricky. It's a 4-letter word starting T-S-K. What's the clue, sir?
The clue is the noise sometimes made by Nepalese antelopes.
Oh, then I've got it, sir. It's ski.
Well, do Nepalese antelopes go
Ski. Oh, yes, sir, yes. I had a Nepalese antelope once, and it used to spend nearly all its time going ski. Mind you, every now and then it went...
Oh, that's a funny thing, Murdoch. I had a Nepalese antelope once, and it never went ski or
Well, how did it go, sir?
Well, it went
It can't have been a thoroughbred, sir.
Got it?
No.
Why not?
Well, thoroughbreds always go ski. That is when they're not going...
Well, there's no doubt about it. Mine used to go...
Well, sir, just supposing I'm wrong and the word should be what you just said, how do you spell it?
Oh, it's too...
In that case, sir, I'll just put down ski. Now then, sir, here's one I'm absolutely stumped over. 29 across. It's a 4-letter word beginning with F and ending with L, and the clue is what the leaves do in the autumn.
Oh, I know. It must be drop.
Well, I tried that, sir, but it made a game played at the Wembley Cup final football.
Well, it's no good. We just have to give it up. It is annoying, though.
It is.
4-letter word beginning with F and ending with L. What leaves do in the autumn?
Excuse me, sir. What is it, Corporal Woolen?
There's 2 people to see you, sir.
Well, it saves getting someone else in to play the part. Who are they?
Here's the card, sir.
Let's have a look. Joyce, Grenfell and partner. Their turn is terrific. Suits all tastes, a cut above the rest.
Oh, funny hour for military tailors to be calling. Never mind, show them in, Corporal.
Good evening, we're here. Where do we do it?
Do what?
The show. We've been booked here.
Booked here? We haven't booked a show.
Well, this is the Crupps Works, isn't it?
No, madam. Battered though we may be, the swastika has never sullied our flagpole.
Ta-da!
Well, you know, that's a very funny thing. Our agents never sent us to the wrong place before. You see, well, I mean, we...
Oh, you've got someone with you?
Yes, but he was too shy to come in. Come on, Arthur. Don't be a silly little man.
Hello, Stinker. Good evening, old man.
Arthur, what are you doing here?
We've come to do the concert.
But we haven't got a concert.
Oh, don't be silly. Everybody's got a concert tonight.
But this is no time for jollification, my good man.
Don't be silly. Haven't you heard?
Don't tell me we've opened a second front.
Now, listen, Stinker. Who is this pompous old pooch?
Arthur. That's my superior officer.
Well, he needn't be as blingy superior as all that.
So you remember my friend Arthur Astley?
Do I?
Of course you do. My name's Asky, and I've chosen general knowledge.
Oh, all right, Ashley. Well, now, here's the first question for half a crown. Who broke the altitude record?
I did last time I went to the pictures.
What do you mean?
I climbed over 60,000 feet.
Half a crown. By the way, where did that till come from?
Tilbury.
Oh, 5 bob.
I don't know.
Will you try another one for 10 shillings?
Yes, please.
Who was Grace Darling?
The first woman to push the boat out.
Quite right. Here's 10 bob.
Ah, ever so. By the way, what did the chorus girl say to the comedian who tried to steal a second kiss?
Oh, shut up, Arthur. Are you going to stop, or will you have another one for £1?
That's right.
Well, joking apart, Miss Grenfell, why are all these celebrations going on tonight?
Haven't you heard that Germany's been defeated?
Oh, have they? Good show. You heard that, son? Germany's been defeated.
Oh, have they? Good show. Miss Grenfell, Miss Grenfell, perhaps you can help us. A 4-letter word starting with F and ending with L, meaning what the leaves do in the autumn.
I've no idea. I haven't read any good books lately.
Arthur, what do leaves do in the autumn?
They flatter.
Flutter?
They flatter down.
Well, flutter doesn't end with an L.
Oh, forget it. Now, look here, Miss Grenfell, as you are here, why not give us a song befitting this joyful occasion?
Yes, well, I've got something, if Arthur will play it for me. Do you remember a rather lovely song? In my solitude, I need a...
Oh, yes, it's absolutely lovely.
Well, this isn't it. This is another song. It's called Solitude, and it's very, very beautiful. It's not quite the same. In solitude, I love to be. In solitude, beneath a tree where poets sit and ponder, and lovers love to wander. Naught but the birds dare to intrude. I roll in the clover, get sunburnt all over in solitude.
That'll encourage the chaps to volunteer for the Far East. What about you, Arthur? What are you going to do at the concert?
Oh, I don't think they want to hear me, Dickie.
Oh, yes, of course they do.
No, they don't hear me so often. They don't
No,
hear
but
me
they'd
again.
love to hear you again.
No, I don't think they want to hear me.
Oh, well, all right, then.
Well, if you insist, old boy, I've got a little thing here by accident. One of my very old songs. I hope you like it. I entitle it Chirrup, Chirrup. I wish I were a tiny bird soaring in the sky. I'd stretch my wings and other things and fly and fly and fly. Oh, I would be a shy little bird, a sly little bird, a cry little bird, a really do all die little bird what lives up in the sky. Chirrup, 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 sweet, sweet, sweet cuckoo. Chirrup, 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 sweet, sweet, sweet cuckoo. I wish I were a tiny bird, the same bird as before. I'd soar and soar and soar and soar until my tail was sore. Oh, I would be a silly little bird, willy-nilly little bird, piccadilly little bird, sort of come and kiss me, willy little bird, what lives up in the sky. Chirrup, 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 sweet, sweet, sweet cuckoo. Chirrup, 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 sweet, sweet, sweet cuckoo. I wish I were a tiny bird, a ostrich or a he-goat. I'd learn church with Tom and Fred and John and give them all the needle. Oh, I would boo ya, wooing little bird, trouble brewing little bird, nothing doing little bird, sort of married man's ruined little bird, what lives up in the sky. Chirp, 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 sweet, 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 cuckoo. Chirp, 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 sweet, 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 cuckoo. I wish I were a tiny bird, I'd sing through sun and fog. I'd likely trip from twig to twig and back from twog to twog. Oh, I would be a chronic little bird, cyclonic little bird, carryonic little bird. Let's have another gin and tonic little bird, what lives up in the sky. Chirp, 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 sweet, 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 cuckoo. Chirp, 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 sweet, 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 cuckoo. Down in the forest, something stirred. It was only the note of a bird.
Now, before you go over to the naffy, Asky, I've got one little favor to ask you. You see all those signatures up there on the mess ceiling?
Wait till I put my distance glasses on. Oh, yes. Oh, pretty good collection, aren't they? George Bernard Shaw, Bing Crosby, Dame Laura Knight, Izzy O'Shea, Tessie Bond.
Well, we always ask well-known visitors to sign their names there, and we'd like to add yours to the collection.
Oh, but look here, Dickie, I'd never reach up to that standing on your shoulders even, and I bet Laura Knight didn't reach it standing on the back of her horse.
Well, wait a minute. I'll show you how it's done. Corporal?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. Just get a few chairs and tables and pile them on top of each other, will you? Just by the chandelier there.
Very good, sir.
Of course, you realize you've got to get up on the top of all this, Asky. I hope you don't suffer from vertigo.
Well, I did, but I got rid of it with bread poultices.
Go on, Arthur, up you go, one at a time.
Oh, the things I do for England. Well, here I go. Give me a leg up.
Okay.
Oh, Arthur, you're marvellous. You look just like a monkey.
That's what the neighbours used to say. I say, Dickie, I'll never do this. The whole thing's swaying. Whoa, whoa. This chair's giving way.
Well, catch hold of the chandelier.
Oh, it'll never bear me way.
Of course it will, Asky. Don't be such a funk.
Oh, Dickie, I've got it.
Got what?
A four-letter word starting with F and ending with an L, meaning what leaves do in the author. And much finding in the marsh. We're going to have our victory celebrations. And much finding in the marsh. We wish good luck to all the allied nations.
We used to sing, we'll hang the washing on the Siegfried line.
And very soon we gave the works to watches on the Rhine.
Let's hope it won't be long before you two can both resign. From much finding in the marsh, pull the blackout. At much finding in the marsh, raise your glasses. Too much for finding in the marsh.
Well, thank you, Dickie, Ken, Arthur, and Joyce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are having our fun and laughter in this victory program. We are, I hope you are too, and we shall be having some more. But just for the next few minutes, we felt it fitting that our thoughts should take a more serious turn. And so we've asked a lovely young actress, Miss Anne Todd, to read for you that beautiful poem by Alfred Noyes, A Song of England.
There is a song of England that none shall ever sing. So sweet it is, and fleet it is, that none whose words are not as fleet as birds upon the wing, and regal as her mountains, and radiant as the fountains of rainbow-colored sea spray, that every wave can fling against the cliffs of England, the sturdy cliffs of England, could more than seem to dream of it, or catch one flying gleam of it, above the seas of England that never cease to sing. There is a song of England that only love may sing. So sure it is, and pure it is, and seaward with the sea-mew it spreads a whiter wing, and with the skylark hovers above the tryst of lovers, above the kiss and whisper that led the lovely spring through all the glades of England, the ferny glades of England, until the way enwound her with sprays of May, and crowned her with stars of frosty blossom in a merry Morris ring. There is a song of England that haunts her hours of rest, the calm of it and balm of it are breathed from every hedgerow that blushes to the west, from the cottage doors that nightly cast their welcome out so brightly, on the lanes where laughing children are lifted and caressed by the tenderest hands in England, hard and blistered hands of England, and from the restful sighing of the sleepers that are lying with the arms of God around them on the night's contented breast. There is a song of England that wanders on the wind. So sad it is, and glad it is, that men who hear it madden, and their eyes are wet and blind, for the lowlands and the highlands of the unforgotten islands, for the islands of the blessed, and the rest they cannot find as they grope in dreams to England, and the love they left in England. Little feet that dance to meet them, and the lips that used to greet them, and the watcher at the window in the home they left behind. There is a song of England that thrills the beating blood with burning cries and yearning tides of hidden aspiration hardly known or understood. Aspirations of the creature towards the unity of nature. Sudden chivalry's revealing, whence the longing is renewed in the men that live for England, live and love and die for England. For the light of their desire, they shall kindly blunder higher to a wider, grander kingdom and a deeper, nobler good.
Thank you, Miss Ann Todd. And now from the sublime to the you-know-what. And here is Harry S. Pepper's Puzzle Corner.
Guess what, guess why, guess the who and how of the things we last know. Guess which, guess what, guess the where and when, why and wherefore and how. Get your pencil and your paper out. You're the winner if you know about who, the what, the where, the why, and then which and wherefore and how. Now, which and wherefore and how.
And here's Richard Murdoch with the puzzle.
Good evening, puzzlers. Well, now that we got that bit of it over, I thought it might not be a bad idea if I asked you a few questions and you had a shot at giving the answers. I don't know whether you really want to be bothered with anything of that sort tonight, but I've got a few little things here that will keep you guessing a bit. And, by the way, don't be surprised at anything that might happen during this puzzle corner, because I'm surrounded by lots of crazy people all bursting to join in. I shan't make any deliberate mistakes tonight, but I shall start with question one. Question number one is the Mystery Glee Singers. Here are four very well-known broadcasters who are going to sing early one morning. That is, they're going to sing now, but the song is called Early One Morning, see? Each one of them is going to sing a line in a disguised voice, and afterwards they'll all sing together, still in disguised voices. See if you can guess who these very well-known broadcasters are. Are you ready, very well-known broadcasters? Go.
Early one morning before the sun was rising,
I heard a maid sing in the valley below.
don't deceive me, oh, never leave me.
How could you do that for me then, sir? Well, did you guess them all? To make the whole thing worse, they will now all sing together. Well, they will now give away their secrets. And this time they're all going to sing in the same order as they did in the first place. Tell me who they are.
I'm Ronnie Waldman, and I rather fear you spotted me.
My name's Arthur Asking, just as if you didn't know.
I'm sure your face is then fell when you heard Joyce Graham fell.
My name's Charlie Shadwell, and I laugh to make things go.
Oh, dear. You can't help but laugh, can you? Well, there you are for the start. Now then, question number 2. What is it, Ken?
Well, it's like this here. I remember how we all enjoyed the bit in Christmas Night and 8 where we blindfolded you and made you, as well as the listeners, guess 4 mystery voices.
Well, there were 3 that time, yeah.
I don't think it was. Well, now, for the benefit of the listeners, you don't want to do it, eh?
Yeah, I don't want to do it. Really.
All right, well, now, for the benefit of the listeners, Dickie is now being held firmly while Mr. Pepper puts a bandage over his eyes.
I can't see.
That's good. You can't see. Well, now then, Richard Murdoch, here are the 4 mystery voices. See if you can spot them, but don't tell us who they are until they've all done their pieces.
Oh, I promise you that.
All right, now, incidentally, Buzzers, this is quite genuine. Dickie really has no idea who these 4 voices are going to be. And here is mystery voice number 1.
Oh, it's very nice to see you looking so frightfully well. How are you?
Can I have that again? No, all right.
And here comes mystery voice number 2.
Hello, Dickie. You don't half look funny with that funny bare thing on your face. What is it? I think it's a great improvement, Val. Oh, dear. I never know.
Now, here is mystery voice number 3.
I've come here under the greatest protest. Only Wing Commander Orn brought me here, or I wouldn't have come.
Oh, I can't get any on.
And now here's mystery voice number 4.
Oh, Dickie, my boy, it's a far, far better thing that I do now than I've ever done before.
Well, now then, Dick, you got any idea at all?
Absolutely. I think the first one might have been Jerry Wilmot's, but...
No, it wasn't. Well, now, here's the first one. He's going to speak something in his normal voice.
Oh.
Hiya, Dickie. Hello, everybody.
Carol Gifford.
And now here we come to mystery voice number 2 in his normal voice.
I knew this chap, but I couldn't put a name to him.
Good afternoon. I hope I've got that right. I don't want to let anybody down, but I hope your polyantheses are all right.
Oh, jolly good.
And now, mystery voice number 3.
It seems to me, Dickie, I got you where I wanted you.
Oh, we
And finally, number 4, Dick.
And here's Richard Murdoch without the answer.
Well, there they all are. Carol Gibbons, Norman Mullen, Charlie Shadwell, and Mr. Middleton. Well, now, to get on, I found my place. Now, the rest of Puzzle Corner is going to be quite crazy, and I hope you'll get some fun out of it. It's really going to be a battle between you and the people in the studio here as to who gets the most right answers. First, though, I'm going to reintroduce 1 or 2 of the competitors by asking them to complete some little verses that we've composed. They've got to make up the last line in each case, you see. And I shall start, I think, with Cyril Fletcher. Are you there? Come here. I've got to sing 3 lines, you see, and you've got to make up the last one.
It's not very fair of you, old man.
Well, I'll have a shot at it, old man. Mr. Brown takes a bath every Friday. You know that he's terribly thin. One night when he pulled out the bath plug,
He fell down the spout. Fell down the spout, what a pity.
Well, now, I'll ask Joyce one. Here we are, just one for Joyce. Now, are you ready? This is a good one for you. My uncle works hard in the garden. He's growing a beautiful rose. Its color is black with white spots on.
Like the embers, my dear little nose.
Jolly good. Quick one for Ronnie Waldman here. An announcer was reading some good news when suddenly he paused to cough. He said, I'm afraid I must stop now.
Because if it doesn't matter how many syllables I get in, I've got to get off.
Oh, there we are. Would you like to try one, Arthur? Here's one for you. Right. The sergeant once said to the private, now wake up, please, there's a good lad. I've brought you your tea and it's sweetened.
He said, well, I'll go and ask me dad.
Right, well, now we want to get your pencils and paper ready here because we're going to have a musical problem. One of Charlie Shadwell's specials. A number of tunes are going to be played by the BBC Variety Orchestra, but all at the same time. It's nothing unusual, but this is a bit different, see? And each instrument will play a different tune, and you've got to try and guess what all the tunes are. Now, there are 11 instruments playing, so there'll be 11 tunes. See how many you can spot. Now, we've divided the competitors here into 2 teams, and while the Variety Orchestra is playing, each team will go into a huddle and see how many tunes they can spot, you see? And that's what you've got to do. Are you ready, Charlie?
Are the teams ready?
The team's all ready, I think, yes. This is called Charlie's Musical Cocktail. And here it goes. Well, how many tunes did you listeners recognize? The 2 teams are now going into a huddle to decide how many tunes they spotted. While they're deciding...
We got 11.
Arthur's team got 11. Well, now, what were they, Arthur?
Somebody Stole My Girl. Barcarolle.
Yes.
Anchors Away.
No.
Just a Song of Twilight.
Yes.
Sailor's Hornpipe.
Yes.
You Are My Lucky Star. Say It With Music.
Yes.
Mademoiselle from Armentières.
Yes.
I Want to Be Happy.
Yes.
Yes, We Have No Bananas.
Yes.
Dinah.
Yes, but you
We
got
got
one
my
wrong.
hero.
That's right. You're quite right, too, yes. Well, you both got 10 then, and I'll tell you what they got. The violins were playing Barcarolle, trumpet, Just a Song at Twilight, viola, cello, bassoon, Say It With Music, piano, Somebody Stole My Girl, first saxophone, You Are My Lucky Star, piccolo and clarinet, Sailor's Hornpipe, trombone, Mademoiselle from Armentières, tenor sax, I Want to Be Happy, oboe, My Hero, second trombone, Yes, We Have No Bananas, and second trumpet, Dinah. And now, don't all go away, everybody, because we're going to have some quiz questions. See if you listeners can do better than the competitors here. Keep your score and see who wins. Joyce Pinnable, I'm going to ask you the first one. Now, imagine a straight level road crossed by a railway.
I can't do
There are no level crossing gates. Approaching the level crossing at 100 yards from its centre is a motor car. A train is an equal distance from and approaching the same point. Both are travelling at 40 miles an hour. Neither braked nor accelerated. How did the motorist get across?
Dickie, I can't count, you see. I mean, I haven't even heard the question.
Well, you see, neither brake nor
Can you do
accelerated.
it, Charlie?
I don't have to take the left-hand side of the road.
No, I'll tell you the answer. The answer is, how did the motorist get across? His widow bought it for him, you see. It's one of those.
Not fair.
Arthur Astley.
Very witty.
Now then, Arthur, you listen very carefully. You've got 10 seconds to answer this
Come,
one.
madam, tell her.
If 2 pennyworth of tuppences cost 4pence, how much would 4 pennyworth of 5pences be at 6pence a dozen?
I think his widow had better buy me a cross.
If 2 pennyworth of tuppences cost 4pence, how much would 4 pennyworth of 5pences be at 6pence a dozen?
A shilling.
No, 4 pennyworth of 5pences are 4pence, you see.
Yes.
Well, that's the answer.
Oh, 4 years. Oh, yeah, 4.
Doris Arnold, I've got one for you here. Are you ready? C-H-O-P-H-O-U-S-E. Chop house.
I told you I didn't speak Chinese.
Now then, Harry Pepper here. Harry Pepper, what year follows 1 BC?
2 BC.
No. Anno Domini 1. 2 BC would be before 1 BC. Leonard Harry. Now, Leonard Harry here. In 5 seconds, tell me which is correct. 7 and 9 is 15, or 7 and 9 are 15?
7 and 9 are 15.
No, they're 17, you see.
Thank you.
16, that's right. Now then, Carol Gibbons. What is flannel made of?
Wool.
Wool, quite right. Jolly good, sir. That's good. Norman Woolen, come here. You're a bit of an announcer, so do this. 10 times in 15 seconds, 10 times in 15 seconds, say, screw through 6 thicknesses.
Screw through 6 thicknesses.
You
Screw
can,
through 6 thicknesses. Screw through 6 thicknesses. Screw through 6 thicknesses. Screw through 6 thicknesses. Screw through 6 thicknesses. How about
Bong.
Screw.
That's jolly good. Now, Mr. Middleton, here. I've got a question here, and you've just got 10 seconds to answer. Why did Moses take mustard into the ark?
Oh, I suppose he knew, but I'm bothered if I did. He didn't. There wasn't any mustard
You're
in
right.
those days.
Oh, dear, there's another answer to that in that Moses never went into the ark, but... Charlie Shadwell, how many ounces in a pound?
14.
What? 16, yes, quite right. How many feet in a yard? 3. How many pence in a shilling?
12.
How many feet in an inch?
12.
Oh, very nice. Right, Rita Williams. I've got to ask Rita Williams here. Now, Rita, assume that your telephone number is 5641. I know what it is. Wrong. 5641, right? Now, I want you to read out aloud the list of numbers on there. Read them out loud.
7352406634781.
Right.
15.
What is your telephone number?
4681.
No. 5641. Very nice, too.
Thank you.
Now then, Eric James, yeah? This is a question about multiplying digits. A digit being a number. For instance, 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. What 2 digits multiplied together make 7? 10 seconds. 2 digits multiplied together make 7. Very tricky, you know.
Yes, it is very tricky. No, I'll give that one up.
7 ones are 7. Joyce, how would you write down 11,1111?
You mean 11,000?
Yes, how would you write it down if you...
1111. 11, comma, 111.
No, it's 12, comma, 111, you see? 11,1111 makes 12,111. Arthur, here's one for you. Now, punctuate this sentence. A man should cherish his own cow. Your subordinates and you will suffer in the long run. A man should cherish his own cow. Your subordinates and you will suffer in the long run.
What am I going to do? Punctuate?
Punctuate it. Make it a sentence.
Oh, a man should cherish his own cow. Oh, idly high. That is a funny comment. Oh, give us an easy.
The answer is this. A man should cherish his own. Cow your subordinates and you will suffer in the long run.
Well, I knew 7 ones were 7.
Right, now, Doris, here's another one. Doris, how many apples in a score?
20, I suppose.
Yes, quite right. How many beans in a gross?
144.
How many runs in a century?
100.
How many pennies in a dozen?
12.
How many halfpennies in a dozen?
20.
12. Very good indeed. Nearly got her. Cyril, finish this quotation. To err is human. To err is human. 10 seconds.
Something is divine.
Yes,
You'll make your Roman holiday out of me.
To what is divine?
Love, I should think.
No, it's actually forgive, but you got it half right. That's jolly good. Now, Ronnie, I've got one for you here. Ronnie, sing the first line of 4 songs in 15 seconds. Sing the first line of 4 songs beginning with the word I.
I love the moon, I love the stars.
That's one. You timing in.
I ain't got nobody.
Jolly good, yeah. 2 more.
I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Yes, that's good. I've only got 1 more.
And I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why I just do. Is that
That's jolly good. Very good indeed. Thank you, Ron. That's fine. Now, Leonard, come here. Leonard, Harry. rearranged the letters of the word ring, R-I-N-G, to make another word. A sort of anagram, you see. Rearranged the letters of the word ring to make another word.
Grin.
Jolly good, grin. Absolutely terrific. Well, I'm told that we've got to stop there. I'm very, very sorry, but our time's up. I'd like to thank my mystery voices, and I'd like to thank you all for listening, and I'd like to thank you for all I've done. Good night, puzzlers.
Well, after all that, we're going to finish our victory show tonight with a special arrangement by Cecil Woods with Ian Blair as the soloist of the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force.
There's music on the earth, there's shouting everywhere as the boys go marching by. We hear the thump of feet along the crowded street, and our hearts are beating high. As line on line, my word, but don't look fine, see soldiers straight and tall. The sailors are so fine, the air was so below, and they are there one and all. The Navy and the Air Force have made old England great. Our soldiers and sailors and our airmen have always played the game. Steady and true and strong and ready to do and die and dare. The Army, the Navy and the Air Force, when the call came, they'll be there. As in the days gone by, the anthem from the battle cry. Marching home again, hurrah, hurrah! We'll give them a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah! The girls will cheer, the boys will shout, the ladies they will all turn out, and we'll all feel gay when the train is marching home. The Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, when the call came, they were there.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Monday night at 8.